Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MU Stand. This is your preview for Manchester United versus West Ham. Of course, yesterday we slapped up Sheriff 3-0. I was happy to see Cristiano score in that game, as well as Marcus Rashford getting on the score sheet in that game as well. Diego Dalot also scored in that game with a header. It was a good game. I actually enjoyed that game. But heading into this West Ham game, this is the lineup I have gone with. As you can see, I'm gonna go deep dive and explain why I picked each players. But before we get into that, let's just take a look at the past few games for West Ham and Manchester United. Of course, United welcome West Ham to Old Trafford on Sunday, as positive vibes are starting to surround both teams. You're looking at the past 5 games for West Ham and Manchester United. Erik ten Hag's team, of course, are 7 games unbeaten in all competition. After our impressive display against Chelsea last weekend, things are clicking into quite nicely for the Red Devils. Of course, as for West Ham, 3 wins in their last 5. They've seen David Moyes' side climb up the table, and they've also won all 5 of their European Conference League games. So the Hammers are actually getting back to their best. So looking at the table here, we are currently sitting at 6th place with 20 points. West Ham are actually placed in 10th position with 14 points. So the gap is 6 points, but our aim is not West Ham, to be honest. Our aim is to actually finish in the top 4 somehow, if possible, if we can challenge. But I don't think that is possible. But at least I think we must get top 4 this season, in my opinion. I think given the squad we have, we should finish in the top 4. We should definitely finish at the top 4. Erik ten Hag said yesterday that he's confident Donny van de Beek can force his way back into the Manchester United side, which is a good news, to be honest with you. It's like great news that Donny's coming back. A lot of players are coming back now, which is a good thing. Bobby, thanks for joining. Leo, thanks for joining. Leo says, I watched Man U versus Sheriff last night, 3-0 in the stadium. Good support by Man U fans, so keep singing. That's good. Bobby says, this is nonsense. United will win. You people are full of nonsense. Yeah, I mean, the votes, you're just going to have to wait for the vote to climb up. But currently, we do have a poll running here. Who is going to win the Manchester United versus West Ham game? Let me just go back to what I was saying. So Donny is back. He's back to fitness. He is basically ready for a selection on Sunday's game. So it's a good news. It's a very good news. What else? So Garnacho is another one, which was an impressive senior debut for Alejandro Garnacho. He was actually voted man of the match in that game against Sheriff. At least ten Hag, with much to ponder ahead of this week's game in terms of who he's going to select as from the start. I've gone with 11 here. This is the lineup I'm gonna go with. So let's just go deep dive into this lineup, and let's take a look at what I have picked. So this is actually the team that has started against Sheriff. So David De Gea in goal, that is expected. I don't think there is any question about that. Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez will stay the same for me. I'm not making any change in that back 3. But of course, Malacia, I think he has to come off for sure. I don't know, like Malacia has started the season really well, but seems like Shaw now has cemented his place in that left back position, including yesterday. After he came on, he assisted Marcus Rashford. I wasn't that impressed by Malacia. Of course, he's young. We need to give him time, but I think Shaw needs to come back into the starting 11 for me. I don't know what you guys think, but I think he should be the starter. So back five, no changes whatsoever. This is just going to stay the same. In the middle of the park, Casemiro and Eriksen, why would you change them? I think Casemiro has done really well operating in the CDM role and protecting that back four. He has done really, really well in terms of sniffing danger. This is what we needed the most. Like, we've been missing this kind of player for decades. And now that we have him, I'm so happy that Casemiro is in our team. And he is absolutely a beast. So he's definitely going to start for me. Eriksen alongside him. Probably Eriksen could be a little bit advanced like this. He'll start for me as well. So I'm not making any changes in this back four and the middle of the park. I'm not making any changes. The question comes here. Okay, so this is the debate here. Leo says Garnacho is a star. So who do you think? I mean, how many of you actually think that Garnacho should be starting this game? Let me know in the chat. Like, how many of you actually think he should be starting? I don't know. Like, I'm a bit concerned to start him. Like, is it safe to start him from the beginning, or can we actually put him on like around 60 minutes? I figure it might be that. I think it might be the latter, which is basically coming on after like 55 or 60 minutes. That is my prediction for him. But I think Cristiano up front is also a debate, in my opinion. Some fans might say that he should start or he shouldn't start. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, Leo's saying that Garnacho should start. I mean, I think in this position, Garnacho should come off and Rashford should start. That is what I'm going to do. Like, Rashford should be in here from the start. This is what I pick. I know Garnacho had an outstanding game against a Sheriff yesterday, but I still think we need some experience, and you cannot bench Rashford at this moment in time. He was on the bench yesterday. He came on. He made an impact to the team. He gives you a different kind of dynamism in terms of the attacking force. So I expect him to start in this game. So I would put Rashford in this position. Bruno, of course, will stay in the team. Nobody is going to change Bruno at this moment in time, even though I think Bruno should be giving us more than just, taking shots after shots. Like, I've seen the game against Sheriff yesterday as well. Bruno makes a lot of mistakes during games. Yes, he does score sometimes. Yes, he does assist sometimes. But I think Bruno, efficiency-wise, I think he's not at the level that I expect him, to be honest with you. If you look at the other number 10s, they're not like Bruno. Like, Bruno, he tries to pass like 4 or 5 times and gets one right. Like, his efficiency is not at the level that we want. But at this moment in time, I think Bruno will definitely stay in the team, because Donny or Eriksen's playing deep, so Donny's a possibility, but Donny is not fully 100%. He's just had his first game in a while yesterday, so I don't expect Donny van de Beek to start against West Ham. So Bruno would definitely stay in the team. As for Anthony, of course, has just swallowed that position. I don't think he has any competition in that right-hand side. Is Elanga going to come on and replace him? I don't see it. Can Sancho play there? I think he can, but Sancho is not in form at this moment in time. Sancho has to be on the bench. I mean, if Ten Hag is picking the team based on performance and based on current form, Sancho needs to be on the bench. As simple as that. So Anthony would definitely start there for me. So up front, you only have one option, which is Cristiano. So you might decide to put Cristiano on the bench and go with Rashford. He could possibly do this, by the way. This is not my team, but he could definitely do this. So we could definitely see him put Bruno here, Rashford up front, Sancho on the left, Anthony on the right. It is possible we could see that. But do I like it? I don't think it's the right formation, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't go with that formation. I would definitely go with Sancho on the bench, Rashford from here, and Cristiano starts. Anthony Martial, they've asked him in the press conference. He did mention that Martial is not fit for this game, but he also confirmed that there's a chance that he can make it back to the team before the World Cup. So this Martial injury is just a surprise. I thought he expected him to return quickly to the team, but it seems like he still has issues that he needs to get rid of before he actually joins the team back. So let's take a look at before we look at the head-to-head. Actually, I wanted to talk about the West Ham, how West Ham are actually shaping up for this game. Of course, Moyes made 9 changes to the Hammers, starting 11 for the Europa League game against Cyborg yesterday on Thursday. A summer signing, Naif, I believe Naif, rewarded with his first start after overcoming an ankle injury. Former United manager has serious doubts about 3 senior players heading into the trip to Old Trafford. However, forward Maxwell Cornet has suffered a setback while trying to actually recover from calf injury. He is somehow influential to their team, as well as defender Dawson, I think, has not been playing since being subbed off in that win against Anderlecht earlier this month. Playmaker Lucas Paqueta, meanwhile, is a touch and go, of course, for this game, match day 16, due to a collarbone issue. So he might not feature in this game as well. But our team looks solid to me. This team is good enough to punish West Ham. What do you guys think about this lineup? Let me know in the comment section what you think. But this is the team you're looking at. I'm going with David De Gea in goal, Dalot on the right back, Lindelof and Martinez as a center back. Luke Shaw would be on the left back, Eriksen and Casemiro in the middle of the park. And the front four is Anthony, Bruno, Rashford, and Cristiano. So this team should be good enough. Should be good enough to go and get a result against West Ham. And especially we are actually playing at home. So we've slapped up Arsenal at home. We've beaten Tottenham at home. We also won against Liverpool at home. So I think our form is actually really good playing at home. So the head-to-head. So looking at the head-to-head here, you see that we played the last 5 games we played against West Ham. So we've won against them 1-0, 2-1, and we've lost against West Ham in the Carling Cup last season, I believe. That was disappointing. And we also won in the league 1-0 against them. So they're not an easy team. It's not like we're gonna just completely smash West Ham as we did with Sheriff. I don't expect that kind of game. I think the game is going to be a lot closer than what people might think. But I still think that we could definitely beat West Ham. I do believe our team is strong enough to beat West Ham. I think the manager, so this is the lineup that I've gone with, right? But the manager could actually make changes. Definitely, if you ask me, I don't think he's going to start Cristiano, to be honest with you. how many of you actually think he will start Cristiano in this game? I don't think he will start him because I think, like I mentioned earlier, I think he's going to put him on the bench. And I think he's going to go with Rashford up front and go like this. I think this is going to be the team that plays against West Ham. This is not my team. I don't want this team to play like this. But I think Ten Hag will definitely pick this team because I don't think he fancies Cristiano at all. Yesterday, Cristiano had a couple of chances. He missed a couple of chances. But in terms of all-round game, I don't think he was outstanding. I mean, he was okay, but Ten Hag seems to just go with a bit of pace up front, a bit of high pressing game. Cristiano is not going to be doing a lot of high pressing, I presume. So I think definitely Erik Ten Hag will agree with the back four we picked here and with the goalkeeper and Casemiro Eriksen for sure. But up front, there might be changes, and definitely Cristiano could be on the bench and Sancho could come back into the lineup. Is it possible we could see Garnacho keep his position? I doubt it. I really doubt it. But I think Garnacho has done really, really well. When you look at the game yesterday, of course, the opponent we're facing, West Ham, is not... Sheriff is not the same level as West Ham. So it's going to be more difficult for Garnacho to perform against the Premier League side. But we have to give him a chance. I mean, you have to give him a chance. You can't just assume things. You have to give him a chance and see what he can do. It is possible he could be given a chance, but I think it's not the right time. He should play him from off the bench for like 3-4 games, and then maybe you can start to play him from the beginning. So even though I really, really like what he has done, believe me, Garnacho is actually man of the match for me yesterday. If you actually watch, I haven't seen the match reaction I did, you could watch it. But Garnacho has been outstanding yesterday. But it's just one game, so we're not going to make a decision based on one game. He needs to consistently be given a chance to perform. And I expect him to overtake that position, because Sancho now at this moment in time is just not grabbing the position. Like, you're seeing Sancho be given a chance, and a defender comes, he's always like, he doesn't attack the defenders. A lot of times we see Sancho just get into 1v1 with the defender. Let's say this is a defender, right? This is a defender. He gets to 1v1 with the defender. He never go across or beat that defender. He's always, oh, okay, I need to go back. Pass it to Luke Shaw. This is what he does. Like, if there's a ball right here, he's just gonna pass it to Shaw or pass it to Eriksen. He never actually dribble past the player and shoot and hit a target and actually score and do something. I need to see more from Sancho, really, to be honest with you, because he doesn't actually do that quite enough. Garnacho showed yesterday what he can do. In that one game, Garnacho dribble past players a couple of times. He was taking on players. Every single time you saw Garnacho had the ball, like, he was attacking players, which is exactly what I love to see. As a winger, that is exactly what you want to see. You don't want to see your striker or your forward backing off. Like, 1v1, take him on. Do something, make a difference. And that's what you need to do. So yeah, this position is still wide open at this moment in time. It could be Garnacho, it could be Sancho, it could be Rashford. But if you ask me, I think the coach is definitely going to pick Sancho and put Rashford forward. That's what I think, but we'll have to see. What do you guys think? We got like 16, 17 people watching. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to start? And also, get your predictions in on this game. Who do you think is going to win? And who should start in this position, in the Sancho's position? Let me see. How many of you actually think that Sancho should keep his position or Garnacho or Rashford should play there? But yeah, I think that's going to be the team that plays against West Ham. By the way, guys, have you guys seen what Anthony did yesterday? I mean, this guy was just rotating 360 degrees like twice, but no goddamn reason. I don't know why he did that. Was he trying to grab attention? He's just flexing, or is he? I don't know. I just didn't understand the purpose. Paul Scholes actually called him a clown. I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, I thought it was funny. I didn't think it was a good skill, but I thought it was funny what he has just done. He had nobody around him. He was just circling around 360 degrees for like an hour. Just no use, man. And then he mishit the pass. That's the funny part. Erik ten Hag's face was like, how are you doing this? It's just ridiculous. So I think, top scorers for both teams, Marcus Rashford is the top scorer for Manchester United in the Prem. I think Martial also has 3 goals. For West Ham, you're looking at it. Antonio has 2 goals in the Prem, so he is the top scorer for West Ham going into this game. In terms of rating as well, Rashford has been rated really high so far this season, which is a huge plus compared to what we saw last season. So big improvement from Rashford this season. May that continue. Let me just go back to this lineup. So prediction time. So let's just talk about my prediction here. Who do I think is going to win? Before I tell you guys my prediction, I want to see you guys' prediction in the comment section. Leave your prediction. Let me know, who do you think is going to win? Who should start in this team? Do you actually agree with this lineup or not? Let me know in the comment section. So don't be afraid. Just let me know, who do you think that needs to be replaced in this lineup. But this is the lineup that I have gone with. And my prediction is Manchester United 2, West Ham 1. That is my prediction. If, again, I mean, in terms of the lineup, like if he starts Cristiano, I think we have a good chance of winning. I've said this the previous game for the Sheriff game. If you haven't watched the preview, I called it. I said, you start Cristiano, we are going to win 3-0 and Cristiano will score. And that's exactly what happened. Guys, I'm not bullshitting. Like, go back and watch the preview. I predicted the exact score line, and I actually predicted who's going to score in that game. So for this game, I'm a little bit puzzled about the lineup, but I'm going to go 2-1 regardless of the lineup. I think West Ham's performance have improved in recent matches, but I think that they will fall to a narrow defeat here. United have recorded an impressive win, like I mentioned earlier, against the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham at Old Trafford. So we should be good enough. We should be good enough to get all 3 points. But that is it, guys. That is my match prediction, guys. Of course, I am going to be doing the watch along for this game on Sunday, so be sure to tune in for that. As always, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and thanks for watching. And leave your comments below. Like I mentioned, leave your comments below in the comment section with your prediction. And thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Leo, thanks Bobby, thanks everyone, and I am out. Peace. We need the result.